right, guys, I got a really wild wilderness in the Hollywood Hills, angry, vicious coyote killing movie that you gotta see. It's an interesting one. Let's get into it. What's up, guys, and welcome back to Beyond the Void. My name is Alex, and today we're going to be doing a horror comedy. It's a spoiler-free review of a movie coming out October 3rd in theaters called Coyotes. And I keep going between the southwest side of me that has kind of changed me since I've come from the East Coast. They call them coyotes out here. So I was like, coyotes? Coyotes? Anyway, Coyotes is a movie that is coming out that's going to be one of those animal attacks movies. It sounds like something that you would think like Crack-Coon or something like that, but I promise you it's not as bizarrely stupid as that, but it definitely packs some fun in there. It's not afraid to have a good time, and I actually really enjoyed this movie. Trapped in their Hollywood Hills home, a family fights for survival when caught between a raging wildfire and a pack of savage coyotes, or as they call them, a band of coyotes. Fun fact. Anyway, this is premiering at Fantastic Fest September 20th, today, and I'm releasing this review on the same day. It was picked up by Aura Entertainment. Now, this movie was directed by Colin Minahan, who is one of the guys who actually directed Grave Encounters, What Keeps You Alive, and so many more movies that I think I own almost every single one of them. We have some writers on here. We've got the story by Tad Daggert, who did The Expendables 4, and the screenwriting of Nick Simon from The Pyramid. The comedy in this is really different and really funny. It's not the type of humor that's like, hey, huh? You know, haha, like funny. It's kind of subtle. It's kind of like characteristic, and it just works in this film. And I really like how it's spread out. It's not like trying to fit a joke in every second. Some stars in this movie: Justin Long, Kate Bosworth, and Brittany Allen, who I absolutely love in this fucking movie. Her and Justin Long and Kate Bosworth are just amazing. Actually, the Mila Harris girl, who is the daughter in the movie, is also really good. I mean, everybody actually is really great in this movie. It's essentially after a Santa Ana windstorm sort of knocks over like one of the trees onto a power line, onto their car. And basically it starts an event where this family has a bunch of coyotes that are suddenly really angry outside during all of this happening. And they start picking off people one by one in some pretty vicious ways. Now, one thing I'm going to point out that may bother some people, and I think it's really kind of a nitpicky thing to be upset about in this movie, because you can't really direct coyotes. So let me be clear on that. You can't hire and train them all to do exactly what you want in a movie like this. So yes, they did use some CGI. You know, the stuff that they wanted to do in this movie, there was just no way that they were going to rub some raspberry jelly on the face of the werewolf, that they were going to rub some raspberry jelly on the face of a coyote and make it work. It just wasn't going to work like that. You can't. That said, I still had a really good time with it, no matter what. Yeah, obviously some people are going to complain about that, but I think it's really stupid, because I think the movie stands for itself. The characters in this movie are just phenomenal. I absolutely loved every single character, good or bad, in this movie. There is just so many really well-written characters, and the way that Colin actually shot them and the takes that he got, crisp, man. This is like some really good editing. It's really good, you know, acting and comedy. And just at a time when we're getting so many serious films, which Colin and Brittany, who are they're partners with each other, they actually were both saying the same thing when they saw this script. They were like, man, this is really fucking insane and funny, and we need more of that in today's movies. And so they decided to make this movie, And I'm so glad they did, because really, it is pretty graphic. There's a lot of really great dark humor in this movie that I think all of the cast really play off of very well. Justin Long, I've seen him in a lot of comedies, and I've seen him in a lot of like serious movies too, and he has a pretty big range. He's kind of playing that, you know, dumb dad kind of thing, who's got some issues, very modern family. Wife is kind of picking up some of that slack with him and his issues, and they kind of balance each other out, but they always stay together in this movie, which I found kind of to be a little refreshing, because usually it's like a torn family and they have to fight over each other while this tragedy's happening. And no, they stuck to it and said that this is a family that had its issues, but it wasn't like a big issue. It was just like, hey, you should be a part of each other's lives, and they really make it work, and you really like the family, in my personal opinion. The scenes with the Coyotes are really fucking hilarious. Some of their reactions and stuff, like I said, it's not that humor that's like, you get it, right? You get it. Come on, look what, this is the joke. So it's not just like overwhelming and like, because a lot of comedies, I feel like when you do so much comedy, it just kind of fatigues you. You know, it makes you kind of like, by the end of the movie, you're just kind of like, I'm done. And I didn't really get that with this one, which is kind of nice, you know? It does get a little bit dropped at the very bottom, because you're trying to like take all of the stuff that you've told your story about and wrap it up at the end. And I really think they did a good job of how they ended this movie. There was quite a few moments in this that I was like, okay, and then they're going to do, it's going to happen. And then it didn't. It's definitely a movie that if you're looking to have a good time and actually go out and see a movie at the theater, that this would be a good one to have in the theater to see. And I'm not just saying that, like legitimately, I had a really good time with this movie. So much, in fact, I would probably say at the lowest, I would give this as a 7.5, but I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. I think it's a solid film, and it may be one that people will enjoy more and more over repetitive watches, because it is one of those kind of movies that I could rewatch multiple times. And it definitely is one of the funnier movies I've seen this year. Maybe not the funniest, but it was really good, very entertaining, and well worth the watch. And like I said, the performances are just fantastic. You know, if I had to pick my favorites, I mean, Brittany, she was really great in What Keeps You Alive, which is another really great Colin Minihan film that I think most people need to see. That's where I really became a fan of Brittany, is when I saw that movie. Even the guy who was playing the pest control is just so funny. Like, everything that happens to that guy even is just amazing. There's just some fun to be had here, guys. I highly recommend, if you're looking to have a good night, not necessarily be scared. I didn't really feel like it was a scary movie. It's just an entertaining movie that if you're a fan of the genre or genre films, you will appreciate this movie and have a good laugh and a good time. And when it's all said and done, you can be like, you know what? I had a really good dinner and fucking movie tonight. If you get a chance, it is coming out October 3rd. I hope it did well at the Fantastic Fest premiere. Thank you, Aura Entertainment, for allowing me to check out this movie. Really appreciate it. I really enjoy it. I'll probably be picking up a copy of the 4K. Hopefully they put it out on 4K, because I would love to see it there. But yeah, I would love to hear what you think. Is Killer Coyotes a movie that you would love to see? Is that something that you're expecting to be too funny, or is it something that, you know, you want it to be kind of balanced out? I think this is more balanced than one of those joke kind of funny movies. Yeah, I would love to hear what you think in the comment section down below. Is this a movie that you would go out to see in the theater, or are you going to wait till it comes out on digital? I highly recommend you check it out as soon as you can, whenever you can. And you may vary on the score there, but I think you're going to have a good time overall. Thank you guys so much for your time here. And as always, long live the void.